Supercar, supercar, with beauty and grace, fast as can be, watch it flying through the air. It travels in space or under the sea, and it can journey anywhere. Supercar, supercar, it travels on land or roams the skies, through the heavens' mighty range. It's Mercury band and everyone cries, it's the marvel of the age. Supercar, supercar, supercar!
Black Rock, Nevada. Here in this secret laboratory belonging to Mike Mercury and his supercar team, the art of electronic wizardry is carried out.
Noodle soup, Wiener Schnitzel, apple strudel. This is going to be delicious.
That sure smells good, Professor. When do we eat?
Just a few minutes now, Jimmy. Now, be a good boy and go and get Mike and Dr. Beaker. I want them all ready at the table when I serve, so that the food is nice and hot.
Sure thing, Professor.
Supercar, supercar.
Dr. Beaker. Dr. Beaker, can you hear me?
What is it, Jimmy?
Lunch is ready, Dr. Beaker.
I've told you before, Jimmy. I don't want to be disturbed.
But, Dr. Beaker, you've hardly stopped to eat these last couple of days. Dr. Beaker.
Ah, satisfactory. Most satisfactory.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have better luck with Mike.
Well, Professor, I guess you excelled yourself that time. But what happened to Dr. Beaker?
I don't know, Mike. Oh, he's working on another of his secret projects.
Yeah, and he's locked himself in. And he just works from morning till night without stopping.
Well, I suppose we must be grateful that he doesn't work all night, too. We'd none of us get any sleep.
Boy, oh boy, what a night. It's a good thing I'm a heavy sleeper. At least I got a bit of rest.
Yeah, poor old Professor. He hardly got a wink of sleep. But he sure is making up for it this morning.
Hey, what do you suppose Beaker's building, Jimmy? A rocket ship to take us all to the moon?
Well, I guess we don't need a rocket ship with Supercar. Say, Mike, we mustn't forget Dr. Beaker's jelly babies.
Jelly babies? Oh, you mean those kids' candies the doc's crazy about.
Ham, donuts, coffee, and, jelly babies. Well, that'll be $25.30. Whoa! $26.10. That'll be the jelly babies, I guess.
Do you suppose Dr. Beaker would have finished his secret project by the time we get back, Mike?
Oh, we'll soon know, Jimmy. Lab's just ahead of us. Hey, look, there he is. And there's his secret project.
Ah, satisfactory. Most satisfactory.
Gee, Dr. Beaker. So that's what you've been making.
Yes, Jimmy. And in record time. 64 hours, 13 minutes, and, 24 and a half seconds. Tell me, Jimmy, do you like it?
Sure I like it, Doc. But what is it?
What is it? It's a balloon. An aerial balloon.
Do you mean to tell me that the Black Rock secret laboratory that houses the most advanced vehicle in the world, namely Supercar, is now producing balloons?
But, my dear fellow, I'm not suggesting it can compete with Supercar. But for the sheer sensation of flying, there is nothing to compare with a gas-filled balloon.
Yeah, I bet.
Come on, Jimmy and Mike, and join me for a most exciting experience.
What? 3 feet off the ground?
Nevertheless, Mike, it will give you a feel of ballooning.
That's better. What a lovely sleep. Well, it sounds as if Beaker has finished his secret project. I just can't wait to see what it is. Come on, Pupkis. This won't do. There's work to be done.
Well, Doc, I must admit you've done a pretty good job. Now, how do you fly her?
Oh, elementary, my dear Mike. Just untie the rope and away we go.
Just as easy as that, eh? And once you're up there, how do you bring her down?
Simple. We turn that valve and let some of the gas out, and the balloon will slowly return to Earth.
But, Doc, I can't see any valve on the balloon.
Simple. I haven't yet fitted one.
You haven't yet fitted one?
That is what I said.
So if we were to go up in the air now, Dr. Beaker, do you mean we wouldn't be able to come down again?
Correct.
Well, Dr. Beaker, you don't seem very worried.
My dear fellow, the balloon is firmly tied to a stake that I have driven 6 feet into the ground. We are all perfectly safe, I do assure you. Unless, of course, somebody were to untie the rope.
Mitch! Mitch! Catch hold of the rope, Mitch!
Tell him to hold on, Jimmy. It's our only chance.
Hold tight.
Let's hope he understands. We're about 30 feet up. It's too far to jump.
I wonder whether Beaker has finished his project yet. I'll go in and see him. That's funny. I wonder where he has got to. Beaker! Dr. Beaker!
Professor! Professor Popkiss!
Hold on, Mitch.
Professor! Professor Popkiss!
Dr. Beaker! Strange, he doesn't seem to be anywhere about. Mike and Jimmy must still be in town. I wonder where Mitch is. Mitch!
Professor! Professor!
Mitch? Where are you, Mitch?
Come back, Mitch.
Professor!
Too late. We're airborne.
Ah, there you are, Mitch. I have been looking all over for you. Now, where's Dr. Beaker? No, Mitch, he isn't upstairs. I've already looked there. Oh, I wish Jimmy was here. He seems to understand your funny little noises. But he's in town with Mike. Hello? Their truck. It's back. There's something very strange going on. If only I knew what it was. Where can they all be?
Well, Doc, I guess we're in a fine mess now.
I fear so, Mike. We cannot let any gas out of the balloon, so the higher we go, the thinner the air.
I know, Doc. You mean sooner or later the balloon will burst.
Just so, Mike. Just so.
You mean the balloon's gonna bust, Dr. Beaker? Then what?
Well, we haven't come to that yet, Jimmy. But we've got to think fast. Now, how long have we got, Doc, before she blows?
Well, the balloon should rise at 200 feet per minute. And so, according to the calculations I made the other day, it should take about 2 hours. Let me see. About 1.5 hours from now.
Yeah, and that's not our only trouble, Doc. Look over there.
Yes, Mike. I see. It's a storm.
And we're heading straight for it.
Right. Routine daily test completed. I think I'll read the newspaper until the boys get back from wherever they are. Where did you find that, Mitch? You know, Mitch, I do believe you are trying to tell me something. But what? You want me to play with you.
Gee, Mike, Dr. Beaker, I'm kind of scared. Is everything gonna be okay?
Now, Jimmy, leave it all to us and just sit there quietly. I'll give him some candy from the emergency supply.
Emergency supplies? What do you got on board, Doc?
Oh, candy, vitamin pills, a parachute, rope, usual things, you know.
Did you say parachutes, Dr. Beaker?
No, Mike. I said parachute. We have one. Only one.
Dr. Beaker, we've got to get out of this jam. Let's rig Jimmy up with a parachute. At least he can be saved.
Yes, that's a very sensible suggestion, Mike.
But, Mike, I don't want to go and leave you and Dr. Beaker on your own.
Jimmy, I'm the captain of this craft, such as it is, and I order you to jump.
I'm sorry, Dr. Beaker. I'm just not going. I'm gonna stay right here with you and Mike.
It's almost lunchtime, Mitch, and they're still not back. And it sounds as if there's a storm approaching. 12:30. Lunch is always at 1 o'clock, so they should be in at any minute. They'd never miss their food.
Well, the storm is past.
Yeah, at least that crisis is over. But how long have we got before the balloon bursts?
An hour at the most, I should think, Mike.
Say, I've got it. Mike, you jump by parachute and rescue us with Supercar.
Oh, quiet, Jimmy. We're trying to think.
Hey, wait a minute, Doc. He's got something there. Quick, there's no time to lose.
Good luck, Mike.
Thanks, Jimmy. Dr. Beaker, as soon as I land, I'll get straight back to the lab and bring up Supercar.
Hurry, Mike. There's not much time left.
Sure looks a long way down. See you later, alligator. 3, 4, 5.
Dr. Beaker, Mike's parachute. It hasn't opened. Something's gone wrong.
I think, Jimmy, that Mike is making a delayed drop. If he doesn't open his parachute until the last moment, he will reach the ground very much quicker and thus save valuable time.
15, 16, 17,
It still hasn't opened. He must be near the ground by now.
23, 24. Now!
Jimmy, he's made it.
Gee, nothing can beat Mike. Where do you think he's landed, Dr. Beaker?
Well, Jimmy, if my calculations are correct, somewhere near Batesville.
Batesville. Why, we were there only this morning getting our supplies.
Coffee, beans, corn, jelly, molasses, cigarettes. Oh, I'm sure I'm glad I bought this adding machine. Mind, it weren't new. But it sure was a bargain.
How much that come to, Andy? I always get confused when I get faced with figures.
Oh, so do I, ma'am. I mean, that's why I got this machine. Oh, of course, ma'am. Even the best machines go wrong sometime.
Andy, can I use your phone?
Sure, Mr. Mercury. Say, you look as if you've been out in the desert.
I've just hitched a ride in. Give me Black Rock 1, please. This is an emergency.
Say, is that the Mike Mercury?
Yep, sure is, ma'am.
Well, I declare.
You know, I think that Mike and Dr. Beaker must have taken Jimmy out camping. Now, Mitch, you must admit this food looks good enough to eat. Old Popkiss is a good cook, eh? Oh, why does the phone always ring when I'm about to eat? Ah, well. All right, I'm coming. I'm coming.
No reply, subscriber.
Try again in 2 minutes. This is urgent.
Oh, no. Too late.
No reply. I don't get it. The professor must be there.
Well, maybe they rang the wrong number.
Yeah, it could be. Try Black Rock 1 again, will you? Yeah, I know you just rang. Now ring again. It's urgent.
They rang off, Mitch. How many times have I told Beaker that we need more extensions? Ah, but now to eat. Oh, no, not again. It's a conspiracy. We must have the most up-to-date equipment here in the world, and yet not enough telephones.
Professor, Mike here.
Mike, what happened to you? You just vanished into thin air.
You can say that again. Now listen, Professor, this is urgent. Fly Supercar here at once. I'm at Batesville. Meet you at the edge of town on Highway 5 near Grant's Garage.
I don't ask any questions. Just get moving. We've got just 15 minutes to save Beaker and Jimmy.
How are you feeling now, Jimmy? A little better?
Yeah, Dr. Beaker. Why do we need oxygen?
Because of the altitude. The air is getting very thin here.
Do you want to use the oxygen mask now, Dr. Beaker?
No, Jimmy, I'm all right for a little while yet.
How long is it, Dr. Beaker, before the balloon explodes?
It's difficult to say, Jimmy. 15 minutes at the most, but it could explode any second.
Tatu. Open the roof doors, Mitch, and don't get into mischief while I'm away. Full boost vertical. That must be Mike's marker. Cutting horizontal drive.
Ah, that's better. No sign of Supercar, Jimmy.
It should have been here by now, Dr. Beaker. Sure seems a long time since Mike jumped. Maybe he got hurt.
Now, you know the drill, Professor. You get in touch with the Air Force, and when their observers find the balloon, you radio its position to me.
Okay, Mike.
There's a phone at the gas station a half a mile from here.
Good luck, Mike.
Full boost vertical. Switching to rocket fuel boost. Fire boost. Airspeed 3,700 knots.
Control center, we are searching for a balloon. That's right, has 2 occupants aboard. The balloon will burst any minute. Please ask your observers to track it and phone me here when you found it. And please hurry.
Still no sign of Supercar, Dr. Beaker. What's happened to Mike?
Well, one of the problems, Jimmy, is going to be finding us. We've drifted a long way, and we're just a speck in the sky.
Hello, Professor. Mike here. Flying at 22,000 feet. Just no sign of them anywhere. Maybe the balloon has already burst. Maybe we're too late, Professor.
Hello, Mike. Popke's here. I'm waiting for the Air Force to call me. They're searching for the balloon now.
How are you, Jimmy, old fellow?
I'm okay, Dr. Beaker. I'm trying to be brave, just as I know Mike would be.
Good boy, Jimmy. We may still have a chance. Too late! The fabric's given way. The gas is escaping. Now, be brave now, Jimmy.
Guess I should have made Jimmy use that parachute. I just don't think I'm going to find them.
Mike, Popke's here. We found them. Here is their position. They are 65 miles south of Batesville.
That'll do. Turning to 180 magnetic, firing both rocket boosters. Switching to clear view, telephoto lens. I've got him. The balloon's burst, Professor. It's too late. They're falling like a stone.
Mike, can you hook them with the antennae on the front of Supercar?
It could be. I'll try anyway. Airspeed 4,000 knots, closing fast. Port 10 degrees. That's better. Range 2,000 yards. Impact 15 seconds from now.
Fire the air brakes, Mike. If you hit them at that speed, you'll tear the balloon to pieces.
Roger, will do at 200 feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire! I've got him, Professor. I've got him.
Good for you, Mike. How are they?
They're okay, Professor. Probably shaken up a bit, but they're okay. I feel like a stork delivering my first baby. Well, we made it. I never thought we would, but we made it, and now, home sweet home.
I sure never thought we'd ever see it again.
And now to deal with Mitch.
What do you mean, Dr. Beaker?
What do I mean? I mean that meddling monkey has got to go.
But Dr. Beaker...
No buts, Jimmy. He's got to go. Do you realize we almost lost our lives because of Mitch? Oh, pudding. My favorite roly-poly pudding. Good old Mitch.
You know, Jimmy, there's an old saying. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And even Mitch knew that.
Supercar, with beauty and grace, fast as can be, watch it flying through the air. It travels in space or under the sea, and it can journey anywhere. Supercar, supercar, it travels on land or roams the skies, through the heavens' mighty range. It's Mercury red, and everyone cries, it's the marvel of the age. Supercar, supercar, supercar.